The thunder arrived before the first chord. Rain hit hard against the glass, like heaven had lost control. The studio lights were trembling around every tired soul. She stepped beneath the amber glow, with lightning in her eyes, carrying a goodbye too heavy to disguise. The piano rolled softly, like thunder behind the wall. In every fragile harmony, waited for the fall. They said morning might be safer, but morning fell too far. They said let the storm pass first, but the storm lived in her heart. The night she sang through the storm, the room forgot the rain. The night she sang through the storm, every shadow learned her name. Too much soul, too much fire. The night she sang through the storm. The sorrow climbed higher. Rain fall, stay near. The truth is shaking here. The drummer watched the window, like it might break apart. The trumpet sounded lonely, like weather inside a heart. The hallway carried whispers, the glass began to cry, and the song turned every silence into something still alive. Maybe storms hear soul music better than people do. Maybe thunder keeps listening when the pain comes through. Maybe certain nights survive because they refuse to leave. Maybe the rain kept falling so the room could finally grieve. The night she sang through the storm, even after dawn arrived. The night she sang through the storm, the old room stayed alive. Too much truth, too much rain. The night she sang through the storm, nothing felt the same. The thunder arrived before the first chord. gathered quietly on the glass. The studio stayed warm, but the windows turned cold. Every light inside the room looked 20 years old. She stood beside the microphone with midnight in her eyes, like somebody carrying memories too heavy to disguise. The piano rose softly like wheels on a distant train, and every trembling harmony sounded soaked in rain. The curtain stayed half open, watching the weather arrive. Outside, the city blurred away. Inside, the room came alive. The window started crying first, before the room gave in. The window started crying first, before she let us in. Too much truth, too much rain. The window started crying first. Nothing survived the same. Rain down, stay near. The old ghost gathered here. The drummer watched reflections sliding down the pane. The trumpet carried shadows across the room like pain. The hallway held its silence. The floorboards seemed to wait, and every note she carried felt heavier than fate. The choir sounded distant, like voices from another year, and every fragile harmony pulled forgotten memories near. Maybe windows keep secrets long after storms have gone. Maybe rain remembers faces that memory can't hold on. Maybe certain songs survive because they learn to bleed. Maybe the glass kept crying because it heard what hearts need. The window started crying first, even after dawn appeared. The window started crying first, long after she disappeared. Too much soul, too much flame. The window started crying first. Nothing survived the same. Rain gathered quietly on the glass. The sun outside never stopped glowing. Blue neon floated across the glass like ghosts learning how to pray. The city dissolved behind the rain, and the room drifted away. She stood beside the microphone with midnight in her eyes, like somebody carrying heartbreak too deep to disguise. The piano rose softly through wires and fading light, and every trembling harmony fed the darkness of the night. The storm pressed closer to the windows. The reflections came alive. Outside, the streets grew emptier. Inside, the hurt survived. The neon reflected her tears across the rainy glass. The neon reflected her tears like it remembered the past. Too much soul, too much flame. The neon reflected her tears. Nothing survived the same. Blue light, red rain, yeah. Everything, remember her name. The drummer watched the shadows move beneath the door. The trumpet sounded lonelier than it ever had before. The room grew smaller with each verse. The ceiling seemed to lower, and every note she carried made the silence heavier. The choir sounded distant, like voices through a dream, and every word she whispered split the darkness at the seams. Maybe neon lights remember everybody who breaks. Maybe rain keeps falling for every heart that aches. Maybe certain songs survive because they cut too deep. Maybe the city stayed awake because nobody could sleep. The neon reflected her tears even after dawn arrived. The neon reflected her tears like the room stayed alive. Too much truth, too much rain. The neon reflected her tears. Nothing survived the same. The sign outside never stopped glowing. The thunder waited beyond the glass. raced across the windows like it wanted to come inside. The city disappeared in silver lines and left the room to the night. She stood beside the microphone with lightning in her eyes, like somebody carrying a truth too painful to disguise. The piano rolled softly like weather moving west, and every trembling harmony refused to let her rest. The clouds pressed low overhead, the old walls seemed to bend, the room kept growing heavier as the chorus drew near. When she opened up the pain, the storm got louder during the chorus, like heaven joined the rain. Too much soul, too much fire. The storm got louder during the chorus. The sorrow climbed higher. Stay near. The thunder wants to hear. The drummer lost the beat for a second, watching shadows on the floor. The trumpet carried a loneliness no instrument could ignore. The rain began striking harder against the darkened pane, and every note she carried returned with twice the pain. The choir sounded distant, like voices through a flood, and every fragile harmony felt written in her blood. Maybe storms hear heartbreak before people ever do. Maybe thunder keeps listening when the truth comes through. Maybe certain nights survive long after they are gone. Maybe the sky stayed angry because she sang that song. The storm got louder during the chorus, even after dawn appeared. The storm got louder during the chorus, long after she disappeared. Too much truth, too much rain. The storm got louder during the chorus. Nothing survived the same. The thunder waited beyond the glass. The final note lingered in the air. Rain rolled down the windows in long silver trails. The city beyond the glass had vanished into haze. She stood beside the microphone, breathing through the quiet, like somebody holding back 1,000 unfinished nights. The piano rolls softly across the fading room, and every trembling harmony made the darkness bloom. The storm stayed close to the building. The old walls held the sound. The room felt suspended somewhere between heaven and the ground. The rain covered the applause before the echoes could fade. The rain covered the applause like it wanted her pain. Too much soul, too much flame. The rain covered the applause. Nothing survived the same. Rain fall, stay near. The ending still lives here. The drummer sat motionless, staring toward the glass. The trumpet carried a loneliness that refused to pass. The hallway felt abandoned. The shadows stretched long, and every word she carried stayed alive inside the song. The choir sounded distant, like voices through the years, and every fragile harmony pulled loose forgotten tears. Maybe storms protect moments too fragile to explain. Maybe certain songs survive by hiding inside rain. Maybe the night stayed listening long after the final refrain. Maybe the applause disappeared because the room became the pain. The rain covered the applause. Even after dawn appeared, the rain covered the applause. Long after she disappeared. Too much truth, too much rain. The rain covered the applause. Nothing survived the same. The final note lingered in the air. The sign outside trembled in the rain. crimson reflections slid across the studio wall. The city looked distant tonight, like it had stopped answering calls. She stood beside the microphone with midnight in her eyes, like somebody carrying a farewell, too heavy to disguise. The piano rolled softly through shadows and light, and every trembling harmony pulled deeper at the night. The storm drifted closer, the windows held their breath, the room fell suspended between memory and regret. The neon flickered when she said goodbye, like the city felt it too. The neon flickered when she said goodbye, like the room already knew. Too much soul, too much flame. The neon flickered when she said goodbye. Nothing survived the same. The endings living here. The drummer watched the rain fall, tracing lines upon the glass. The trumpet carried loneliness that refused to pass. The shadows stretched longer across the studio floor, and every word she carried made the silence hurt more. The choir sounded distant, like voices through a storm, and every fragile harmony wrapped the room in warmth. Remember every goodbye they see. Maybe soul survives forever by refusing to leave. Maybe certain endings linger long after they're gone. Maybe the city stayed awake because she sang that song. The neon flickered when she said goodbye, even after dawn appeared. The neon flickered when she said goodbye, long after she disappeared. Too much truth, too much rain. The neon flickered when she said goodbye. Nothing survived the same. The sign outside trembled in the rain. The streets faded behind the rain. city lights blurred softly beyond the studio glass. The skyline looked unfinished, like a memory from the past. She stood beside the microphone with midnight in her eyes, like somebody carrying heartbreak too deep to disguise. The piano rolled softly through shadows and smoke, and every trembling harmony felt like a promise broke. The storm moved farther west, but the room stayed unchanged. The air grew heavier as the final refrain remained. The city was silent after the last note, like the streets forgot their name. The city was silent after the last note. Nothing felt the same. Too much soul, too much flame. The city was silent after the last note. Nothing survived the same. No sound, no sound, no light, no light. Only echoes in the night. The drummer stared downward at reflections on the floor. The trumpet carried loneliness like never before. The rain slowed on the windows, the neon lost its glow, and every word she carried refused to let go. The choir sounded distant, like voices through the years, and every fragile harmony pulled loose forgotten tears. Maybe cities stop breathing when the truth arrives. Maybe soul survives forever because heartbreak survives. Maybe certain nights become legends no one explains. Maybe the silence remained because it still held her pain. The city was silent after the last note, even after dawn appeared. The city was silent after the last note, long after she disappeared. Too much truth, too much rain. The city was silent after the last note. Nothing survived the same. The streets faded behind the rain. Morning ride, too early for the room. of daylight slipped through the rain-stained glass. The storm had finally moved on, but the feeling did not pass. She stood beside the microphone with shadows in her eyes, like somebody carrying memories too painful to disguise. The piano rode softly like waves after the tide, and every trembling harmony still had somewhere to hide. The darkness slowly loosened its grip upon the walls, but the room kept holding echoes long after the final call. The dawn light didn't feel right after she sang that way. The dawn light didn't feel right, like the night refused to fade. Too much soul, too much flame. The dawn light didn't feel right. Nothing survived the same. Stay low, stay low, stay near, stay near. The night still lingers here. The drummer watched the daylight creep across the floor. The trumpet carried silence like it never had before. The rain became a memory upon the window pane, but every word she carried still moved through the room like rain. The choir sounded distant, like voices from a dream, and every fragile harmony still lived between the beams. Maybe mornings aren't enough to heal a night like this. Maybe soul survives forever inside the things we miss. Maybe certain songs keep breathing long after they are gone. Maybe nobody loved the daylight because she sang until dawn. The dawn light didn't feel right even after she was gone. The dawn light didn't feel right, but the old tape carried on. Too much truth, too much rain. The dawn light didn't feel right. Nothing survived the same. Morning arrived too early for the room.